get a bonus thing. Once you hit your level, you just wait for it to happen, right?
Get to sell,
What are you talking about?
get to sell 3 a month.
Yeah,
Talk later.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. How's everybody this morning?
Good morning.
Good.
I'm gonna do what Brandon does. That sucked. Okay, we're here to talk this morning about the 2016 Tacoma and all the changes, which there were quite a few. In comparison, let's go over the first few, okay? All new sheet metal, actually 4/10 of an inch higher than the previous model. So you've got more ground clearance. The engine has changed. They went with the 3.5 liter Atkinson cycle V6. A lot of people are going to think that that's maybe something to be afraid of. It's something maybe Toyota isn't familiar with. But they've actually been using that technology in Priuses for quite a while. I did do some studying up on exactly how that functions. The gist of it is the intake stays open a little bit longer and it's got a shorter power cycle. Not exactly sure how that helps, other than by doing that, they've managed to take the horsepower up from 236 to 278 and keep the torque about 265 foot-pounds of torque versus the old 266, okay? It results in a lot quicker truck. It feels completely different driving it. If you haven't driven one, you really ought to. So, talking a little bit more about this. This engine still gets Toyota's 2 years or 25,000 miles of all your scheduled maintenance completely complimentary. And you can tow up to 6,800 pounds in this with the properly equipped setup, V6 tow prep package, so on and so forth, okay? The one we're looking at today is a TRD off-road double cab in a 6-speed manual transmission. One of the first cool things, and I did a lot of research on this last night, the tires. On all the TRD off-roads, you're gonna find that they're gonna put these Goodyear Wrangler with Kevlar on them. Everybody knows what Kevlar is. You think of a bulletproof vest. The way they actually did it, if you think about rubber being fingers, if you layer another layer of rubber in between, you can still get a nail and things like that through the middle. Well, what they did with the Kevlar is they actually turned it slightly, which makes kind of more of a mesh. They say you're actually, through all the independent reviews, 35% less likely to get a puncture in a sidewall cut, which if you are an off-roading kind of person is huge. I looked up tons of pictures where the tires were flexing over rocks and everything like that. And these jagged rocks up into the sidewall, it wasn't puncturing, tearing, anything like that. So that's a really cool thing. Moving back a little bit, I'm going to come all the way back to the back of this. A few things that they did that I found pretty cool on this. For one, a lot of people used to think the tailgate on the Tacoma was heavy. They went to the hydraulic assist tailgate like they've been using on the Tundras, making the ability to raise and lower this much easier. Another cool feature they added to it is the fact that you can lock it now. Before, the only way to lock a Tacoma was to get one of those hard clamshell tonneau covers that went over the lip of it so that it could not come out. Now you can even put a trifold cover, lock the tailgate, and your car goes secure in the back, okay? Let's see, moving on up towards the front. A lot of new technology inside and a lot of available new technology inside. This vehicle comes in 4 different trim levels with a couple of packages per trim level. They have done away with the regular cab configuration in this. Access cab and double cab are your only options now. SR models, you're going to find the 4-cylinder, things like that, the smaller trucks that everybody wants and are hard to come by. Once you've moved up, you're going to get the V6. I'm drawing a blank here. V6 and a whole lot of other stuff. The SR5 is your next package up, okay? Now, the available technology in this thing, all different. You've got the advanced technologies available like blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert. You have dual zone climate control for driver and front passenger, which is new for the Tacoma. You can get heated cloth seats now, which are kind of cool as well. You're still going to get that 7.1-inch touch screen for all your media, things like that, AM, FM, Bluetooth, satellite radio. This truck actually comes now with a standard GoPro mount on the windshield. So when you're out playing off-road and things like that, you can actually mount your little GoPro and get to check out later everything you went and did, everything that was badass. Wireless charging is available in this for your smartphones, as well as your electronic transfer case for your shift on the fly 4-wheel drive, electronic locking rear differential in your off-road packages, limited slip in your sport packages. One of the things that you'll notice is the availability back on this 6-speed manual package, which a lot of people really enjoyed. I have not found out how prevalent that's going to be yet, but if it's anything like in the past, if you get a customer on that, probably need to get them with Brandon and get something ordered, because we never saw a whole lot of them previously, but it's always been a very popular package. Okay, moving up front again, you also on this setup you get the little 4.1-inch display in between your gauge cluster. That's going to tell you things like what your tire pressure is and all your good information right where you're supposed to be looking, which can be a safety feature for you. I mean, obviously you're looking at your mirrors, you're looking at your gauges. Well, now if you need to check the radio, you don't have to go like this, you know, because you can have that on that little display right in front of you. Let's see. Oh, available sunroof as well. If you go all the way to the top of this package, to the packages on the Tacoma, you can get a limited. That will give you an availability of a leather power seat. And the other things are all kind of cosmetic. I mean, they did a lot of...
Can you read what's on the window sticker on this, what the premium package entails or what it has?
Okay. The premium technology package is what gives you the dual climate control, the heated front seats, parking sonar, blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert, the moonroof, and auto headlamps. So that's your premium package on this particular truck.
What's the price of that package?
The price of the premium add-on is going to be $2,330. Sorry. Taking a truck like this, with all the premium stuff, the tow prep and everything like that, this particular one has an MSRP of $37,182. So if you do get into something with a premium package, it's going to be a little bit more than folks are normally used to. But they're getting a lot of stuff that Tacoma never offered before. Now, another big thing about this, okay, so we already talked about how Toyota improved the horsepower, they improved the towing. A lot of people don't realize they also improved the fuel economy by 2 miles a gallon while putting all this stuff in. So now you're talking 1823 instead of 1621. 2 miles a gallon may not sound like a lot, but you know, if you're talking about a 16 gallon tank, 2 miles a gallon sure is making a little bit of a difference. Does anybody have any more questions about this?
What is your tow capacity?
Up to 6,800 pounds when equipped with the V6 and the tow prep package.
You also mentioned on the upgrade you get a leather with a power seat. Do you
That's
get
the
a power?
limited.
Do you get a power seat on anything else?
No, sir.
It's all manual. Even on the heated seats is manual.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more. You mentioned the wireless charging. How is it set up?
Down inside, right underneath your center stack here, in the back, kind of, there used to be like a little catch-all for your stuff.
Right.
Now the base of that deal is your wireless charging center. So when it's turned on, should you have a compatible smartphone, you can toss it in there and go ahead and handle charging your device.
I think you have to download an app. I think on some phones, like I know on Apple, I think you have to download the app for the Q wireless charging. And then when you just set your phone on it, it automatically starts charging your battery.
You also have to provide that.
One thing that I didn't think about until Brandon just mentioned an Apple phone. 2016 Entune system now has this function where you can push and hold the pickup phone button. It will actually activate Apple phone's Siri. So you can use Siri as your personal assistant in your vehicle. It's coming out on the 2016 Entune head unit. Now for your customers that have 15 systems, things like that, as they do the update while they're under bumper-to-bumper warranty, I believe that update is free to add those kind of features to your vehicle.
Your GoPro, isn't that permanently attached, or where is that?
That is located right up here in the little dark spot behind the rear view mirror.
So that's
Is where the mounting bracket is, and that's standard on all the Tacomas.
so it's attached right now.
It's not a GoPro, it's a mounting station for your GoPro.
So if you get a GoPro.
So if you have a GoPro and you want to go out and play with it or record your trip to Texas or whatever, you can.
So you have to buy the GoPro separately.
Yes, sir.
Does Toyota offer that GoPro when you buy a package or anything?
I have not seen anything where Toyota's going to offer that, but you never know. I suppose they may make some addition, like in the Pro Series. I don't know.
You know, I drove this truck and I have the older model, and this 3.5 is a lot more powerful. I mean, you can tell the difference. You really can.
Oh, sorry, one more thing, because now I came in kind of not thinking this morning. 3 new colors for this year. Right behind me is one of them. This is the quicksand color. The other 2 colors you're going to have is the Inferno Orange, which was used last year on the TRD Pro Series, and then another, it's a blue pearl color. Blazing blue pearl, which I have yet to see, but I'm sure it's going to be a very pretty color, especially if you like the Broncos.
You have the crew cab, is that the new orange color that you have?
We had an orange one until yesterday,
Yeah.
but that was a crew cab 4-wheel drive. The red one we have up front is a 2-wheel drive sport model.
Let's say the orange one you had is the new color also.
The orange one was the Inferno Orange that was previous on the TRD.
There was a lot of talk on this truck. The number 8 T-Bot, that's pretty color.
It's a different color, but this is the kind of thing that's in style, is that those flat colors, those flat grays, the flat tans and stuff, especially a lot of people in the off-road world. So this has been one of the more requested colors so far when, taking orders on these vehicles.
We got
So.
good reviews.
I would encourage all of you guys, we have one out front that's ready to be driven. We got a second one in yesterday, which is an off-road package that I don't believe has a premium package on it, so I think that one's about $35. And then I also just got in an Access Cab 2-wheel drive 4-cylinder that just came in too, that is available. So I should have 3 Tacomas right now that are available, and I've got about 8 or 9 coming in all kinds of various different packages and models and stuff. So best thing is when you got a customer, if we don't have what they want, is to sit them down, get some color choices, and either we'll try to find one that I can trade out with somebody or place an order and have one in about 6 to 8 weeks.
Isn't also the bet on this deeper than the 2015?
I heard it was 7% deeper.
I think it's deeper, and I think it has about 300 pounds more payload than the other one. I think it's
Just under
1680.
1,500 pounds payload. It's like 1,440.
I thought this was 16 something.
It's 1650.
Everywhere I found last night was 1,440.
Exonify told me this morning it was 1650.
Hold on, I'm gonna check you right now. Because I was looking this up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sure they waited for the release of the Canyon to really release all the specs of that.
This is from Toyota.
Is it a 4-cylinder?
Nope.
This morning I read it was 1,650 pounds.
We'll get back to you on that because we both have Toyota information that conflicts.
Well, 200 pounds doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're towing, 200 pounds can destroy a truck.
Payload is in bed weight.
Right. But
So 200 pounds is a big deal. That's a Mikey.
Any questions, guys?
That was nice information, John. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you volunteering to share this with us. And again, guys, remember it's pretty simple.